Hello everyone, I hope that all of you are okay. I'm Dima Fawaz Susi and I want to talk about translation of figurative language, metaphor and simile. So let's start. We use figures of language to bring emotional intensity, create atmosphere, and how the indirect meaning is beautiful. The first slide is about metaphor. Metaphor is a figure of speech comparing two unlike things that have something in common to create a relationship of resemblance. In addition of that, it is the second level of language which indirect metaphorical meaning. We use it in everyday language like give me a hand بمعنى ساعدني hands of a clock عقارب الساعة سلسلة الجبال. He is a lion هو أسد. He is not a lion in fact. It describes how brave he is. So there are components of metaphor. Image المشبه به. Here is the lion. Object المشبه the man. And sense وجه الشبه how he is brave. The second example is time is money. Here time is valuable as money, so we translated it as الوقت ثمين. About the Arabic examples, أمي شمسي وقمري. Of course, the mother is not a sun or moon, literally, but this refers how she is important in our lives. Flanetis, she is going as a snake, ذيل الصفحة, the foot of a page, and so on. About simile, simile is a comparison between two different things that have something in common. It always uses the words like and as to make a comparison. Comparator is the only difference between simile and metaphor. So, metaphor compares without using any comparison words. Examples of simile: she is like a rose. هي مثل الوردة. Busy as bee. مشغول كالنحل. Watching that movie was like watching grass grow. مشاهدة هذا الفيلم كمشاهدة العشب وهو ينمو. As you see, we add in all of the translation the comparator. Now, the second part of the translation is about a procedure or strategies of translating metaphors. Translating metaphors are more challenging. The translator faces many difficulties. The meaning is unclear usually, misunderstood the exact meaning, and so on. So, inside metaphor, there is a culture content that should be translated. There are three criteria that should be fulfilled to value the quality of a translation, viz. The accuracy, the acceptability, and the text readability. The best way of translating metaphor and simile is to translate it literally, without the metaphor or over metaphor. This strategy supposes that the reader is clever to understand the meaning, however, it doesn't use always. So, the first strategy refers to the translation by reproducing the same image of metaphors from source language to the target language, as well as it is common for one-word metaphor. For instance, play with someone's feeling يلعب بمشاعر الآخرين. Sunny smile ابتسامة مشرقة. Brave hope بص أمل. And the strategy considered as the best one because it is close to the literal translation. Another strategy is replacing the image in source language with a standard target language image. It is less preferable than the first one because the image of the source language metaphor is not reproduced but replaced by the closer image or meaning that is accepted by the target language culture. For example, when in Rome, do as Romans do. إذا كنت في بلد فافعل ما يفعله أهلها. About the third strategy, it involves the translation of metaphors from the source language to the target language through similes that keeps the meaning, because it's supposed that simile creates a rather clearer picture of image than metaphor, and any complex metaphor is modified, like he is an owl, Hakim Qalqman. Now, sometimes the translator translated metaphor through a simile in addition to the sense, as the soldier is a lion in the battle. الجندي كالأسد في المعركة يقاتل بشجاعة. Here the translator add additional word to the meaning like a sense of exaggerate. The means of this procedure is to facilitate the meaning for the reader. The fourth one, to change metaphor to be a meaning. It's used when the target language image is too broad in sense or not appropriate to register. To square a circle means يحاول فعل المستحيل. Square and circle are geometric form, so the literal translation doesn't give the meaning. And the fifth one, some metaphor combined with a sense. It's used when the translator wants to clarify and emphasize the meaning. Also, it enforces the image on the reader's mind. This suggests lack of confidence in metaphor's power and clarity. I want to say that the translator have to notice about culture in translating. For example, all has a bad impression in Arabic countries, however it is good for others. That's all about my topic, and thanks for listening.